Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, live audience.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
This is the Producer Lounge, brought to you by Always 400. That's us. I'm David.
I'm Austin.
And I'm High. And that's Caleb.
And I'm Caleb.
Yeah, we're going to talk about music production-y things.
Yeah.
Whatever kind of weird, nerdy thing we've been working on the last week. And, you know, if you have questions, you can shoot us that sort of thing. And
you can.
Yeah, we're here every Tuesday, 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So figure it out. You know, if you're not in the mountains.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah. We're just higher, guys.
In a couple
We're more
ways.
high.
Higher and higher. We're also smoky and smoggy, according to
Yeah.
the CDC of the air.
As you can see,
Yeah.
all the smog in the background.
Yeah.
here.
Look at this. Look at the moon. It's huge.
I mean,
Literally
it's just
looks
going
blue
straight
right
in front.
Fragilities.
What's up?
My
Oh,
guy. Thanks for the
hello.
follow. Welcome.
What's up, G-Thang?
Welcome to the crew.
Thanks for the follow.
Yeah.
We are just getting started.
Yeah,
So,
good timing.
Yeah, we just show up and talk about music production things. We make bangers and lo-fi and songwriter shit, whatever.
Sad boy music.
Whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about sad boy music.
I make some sad boy music.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the most sad
Yeah.
out of all of us. Let's be real. Or as the kids say, Sag.
Sad.
Yeah.
Is that like because they're vag?
That might be a Valorant specific thing.
Yeah,
but
I've never heard that.
I've heard people say it in other games.
Oh, I'm sag.
Sag.
Weird. I don't think it's a real
It's
word.
very Sag.
Is that a real word?
It is now.
Sag if it isn't.
It's pretty sad if it isn't.
Funny. It's a good one. Yep. Quality.
So, yeah. What's been going on, boys?
You know, typical stuff.
How's the grind?
Yeah.
The grind is good. Nothing crazy. Just been working on some new beats, some housey things.
Indeed.
They're flowing well. I'm trying not to push too hard, you know. So sometimes it's easy to get like inspired, but then just lost in the sauce immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And then you end up writing a song that's not that good.
Mm-hmm.
Where you could just like take your time a little bit and like take a break, come back to it and be like, oh no, that's actually not that good. And then you rework it and rework it and rework it until finally it's, you know, a clay pot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you paint some, you know, I don't know, elephants being murdered
Right.
on the side. Wait.
For their ivory.
Pet. They're petting the elephants.
Oh, they're petting them.
Yeah.
They're petting
I don't know
elephants.
where that came from.
Came from poachers.
0 to 100.
What about you? How's the grind?
It's been good. I've been playing around with this idea of like trying to be super aware of like what frequencies are sitting in like what part of the stereo field and like how long they're staying there. You guys actually walked in the other day when I was playing around with I pitched up a bunch of bongos and kind of just EQ'd it down to the fundamental and just put them all in like a weird spot in the stereo field so they were all kind of like if you like looked at Flux Analyzer, they're all kind of like blinking in their own little zone, and it looks really cool on the analyzer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's hard though because it's like
Christmas tree of bloopy.
exactly
bits.
yeah, and
Right.
it's super clear. It's not all like typical like fuzzed out thing,
Right.
which is fine, but like yeah, it's just like a fun experiment. It's more just like a visual thing. Honestly, it's hard to make it like sound cool. I haven't quite figured that out.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, to get there, I would say like resample it down into audio and then start fucking with it from there to
Yeah.
see what the next evolution of it is.
Hard
Yeah,
to
that's
figure
a
out
good
what
idea.
to
Haven't
do
done
with
that.
it. Is that what you're saying?
Like constructively.
Yeah, definitely that to a degree. Actually, yeah, that's pretty much it. Because it's kind of just like little bleeps and bloops everywhere. It's like it sounds cool, but it more just like looks cool on your analyzer kind of thing. So it's like if I can find a way to just it's almost like a weird little flex for any like producer who happens to download the song and they happen to analyze it and they like see it in their little Christmas tree and it's like, oh shit, he did that. Like,
Right.
Wow. How did
Yeah.
you get that little thing happening?
Yeah, that's like all it
You
is.
just panned all these noises, random directions. And
Yeah.
Just pan them around, baby.
And I actually,
Hit
you
a
guys know
random.
this, but for all our crew out there watching, I went to a Tipper on Saturday,
It's true.
and holy fuck, like the bass tones that these guys are getting are just like
Yeah.
so clear and so big somehow, and like I need to figure out how they do that.
It's also like the highest end Function One system
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
out there that you were listening to.
Yeah,
And
it's a brand new
it's
one.
really loud and big, so
And the
everything sounds
subs.
louder and bigger.
yeah,
And those subs were legit.
Yeah.
dude.
Like-
oh.
Yeah, I saw that guy posting about the subs that he set up for that show, and he was just like, "This is by far the most crystal clear and amazing sub setup
Oh.
I have ever done." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay,
Of course.
All
Yeah,
right."
yeah, sounded like it. Definitely sounded like it.
Just
Yeah.
so clean. Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah,
Right.
it sounds
Yeah.
all right. You can like have an intimate talk with somebody next to you while at a bass show
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because it's just that clear.
Mm-hmm.
John was saying that Tipper's stuff was basically what all of the people are doing, but all just put into Tipper songs and done better.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Yeah,
It's like, "Ah, God damn it, Tipper.
right.
God damn it.
Yeah, because you
Tipper,
could,
come on the show.
yeah,
You know?
Tipper, you're
Come
more than
on out.
welcome, my
Yeah.
man.
I know how you love doing interviews.
I mean, this isn't an interview show.
No, we would nerd out. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, we're talking about compressor ratios.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, this seat right here, it's warm.
Mm-hmm.
It's warm, buddy. Come on, Dave.
We can cozy up.
Maybe a little too warm.
Maybe a little too warm.
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
know
not
either.
sitting in it.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. It's about Tipper.
Yeah, I think he would enjoy
Fahrenheit.
it. I think he would enjoy it.
The Tipper standard.
He would.
Yeah.
Come on, Dave. Or Dave.
We'll wait.
Well, wait.
Yeah.
We're,
We'll be here.
yeah.
We just
We just wait.
subathon until Tipper shows
Yeah,
up.
subathon.
We're going to be here waiting for Tipper to show up, guys. Somebody get a hold of him. Yeah. I've had a kind of the last little bit production wise has been a lot of fun, and also like the frustrating part of my brain that's just like everything sucks. You suck at this. This is not that good. You know, like it sounds good to me. Whatever I'm making, it tends to sound really nice, but then I'm just like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like anything special.
Right.
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 Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It's always
Like-
such a shitty feeling.
It all seems to caliber, but
Yeah.
it's not interesting.
Right.
It's like boring and lame. Yeah. That's the worst. Don't get down on
kinda
yourself,
hard.
folks. Okay? We all
Yeah.
go through it.
Yeah.
Even Charlie Puth.
Some of us go through it every fucking day.
That's true.
Maybe me.
I mean, a little bit every day for sure. Don't be Sag. Don't be Sag.
Don't be sad, dude. Just can't be sad
Sag.
about it.
Don't be Sag. Keep it phone.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Got to be high
Always.
pitch about
Always.
it.
Got to be high pitch about it.
High pitch.
High pitch.
Trying to add the
Pitch.
G. High.
Right.
You got to be high pitch about it.
Gotcha.
Right.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I tried. It didn't land.
I thought it was funny.
Oh, okay. Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah, dude. So,
What about you, studio audience? Did you like it?
thank you guys.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Very kind of you.
They're easy to please.
Yeah, they were pretty easy, please.
Yeah, they're
They love us. Yeah. That's what it is.
basically slaves. They
Yeah.
do anything at the push of a button. Yeah, I get that. It's hard out there sometimes for a pimp, you know? Trying to
Yeah.
make some heaters, and you just get discouraged
Mhm.
Yeah.
because there's so many bangers out there. But what you got to remember is
People are
somebody,
good.
yes, the caliber is high, which is good. You don't want just any random Joe Schmo off the street
No.
making beats.
No.
So that's good. But also, none of those guys that are putting out those bangers, that's not all they do. There's probably 100 tracks behind one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
And like a week of feeling like shit and watching nothing but like cartoons, I'm sure.
Yeah, right.
Or playing Apex.
Yeah.
We know how it goes, fam.
Yep. We
Yeah,
live
you
it constantly.
Yeah. Keep your chin up,
Yep.
you know? You
Yeah.
just keep grinding.
It's true.
Or don't. If you can't hang,
It's true.
fucking don't.
yeah.
And fucking,
If it's killing
we don't
you.
need you.
Whoa.
We don't, your competition.
It's
We
true.
don't need it.
That's true. Get the fuck out.
Just
Yeah.
bitch out, dude.
I mean, you can come to the party,
Sure.
but I mean, you're going to have to hang.
Yeah, you got to be able to hang.
Truth.
Like, are you a 2-to-1 guy? Are you a 4-to-1? I want to know.
Yeah.
How do you hang? How's that ratio hanging? You know what I'm saying?
It's hanging at like 2, though.
Yeah,
For me.
100%. 100%. 2
Recently.
and 4. 4 is like the highest I'll go. Well, I'll go infinity if it's like something specific that I'm sound designing and I want to like clip the tips or whatever,
Right.
but I don't want to limit it yet. Whatever. That's
Or for like sidechain or something.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
a different note. But when I'm compressing for depth or
Shaping.
mixability, it's usually 90% of the time is 2-to-1 now. Besides like 4-to-1, I'll do on like some hi-hats because in the drum pocket, like I like 4-to-1 on my hi-hats, what they're doing to just in the pocket. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it other than it sounds good.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
all you need, right?
It just like it shapes them a little more, obviously, because it's turning them down 4-to-1 as opposed to 2-to-1. But yeah, I don't know. It seems to like
I mean, if you're doing sound designy stuff and you put a significant amount of gain reduction with a nice little sharp transient attack kind of thing, giving you a click and then you hard clip it, that click right off,
sure.
you just get a little bit of a thump at the front of your sound, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of nice little ways. Fuck
Yep.
with the compressors.
And if you do that and you're confused why it still sounds clicky, just put a high pass on it or a low pass. That's what I mean.
Low pass.
Or a high shift shelf. Because
Yeah.
sometimes that click is just sitting there right at the top. So you chop that off and you'll get
True.
right into the high end click of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I digress.
Yeah, that's about all we've been doing at this point.
Yeah.
Is digressing.
Yeah. Quite. Quite.
Quite. Yes.
We had a fun little jump down mid-side delay lane this
Oh,
week.
that's right. Yeah.
This is a concept I had never even thought of
Yeah.
before and popped up in a Dan Warhol video.
Shout out.
Yeah, for sure.
100%. He's the man.
Yeah.
If you want to come on this podcast, Dan, let us know.
Dan. Come on. So mid-side delay, just delay the side or the mid of a signal, and that is what we're talking about.
Not by a lot.
Or by a lot. You know, you can
If
do
you're
whatever
into
you
that
want.
kind of thing.
But
yeah,
you
I
can
guess.
get
Yeah.
you can get the effect on a pretty frequency rich signal with just like half a milli.
Yeah.
Like you don't need a lot to get the effect.
There's a lot of width there.
Yeah. But if it's like, one instrument, yeah, you can go as far as you want. Put 50 millis on there, it'll sound weird, but the effect is somewhere between like half a milli to like 4.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, experiment.
Yeah.
Singular sound wise, yeah, I've found like somewhere in that range is nice.
But man, does it do
Just-
some fun shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
It'll put that sound in like a weird little space. And just in general, boosting the sides.
Yeah.
Just turn the sides up.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sick. kind of like, because I sit there with delay, reverb or delay or whatever my like spatial element is, and get it all tight around. I don't really like a lot of lingering reverbs and that sort of thing happening. Usually if I'm making a sound, unless obviously it's like a background thing or something. But if I want like a real upfront, nice, clear sound, the reverbs tend to get like tucked in and like pretty quiet, and turning up the sides at that point, it doesn't turn, it's not the same as having the reverb louder. It's the same as you're turning up all the difference in the signals
Right.
between the left and the right. So you're not getting all the extra mud from the reverb. You're just getting that side information that you need to fill up the space more, which is sick.
Right. And one thing you could do to really emphasize that and control it a little more is to put an EQ before that, split into mid-side, that you could then take the low end out of the sides to make sure what you're boosting isn't muddy and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a good call.
Yeah. Fuck with it.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever messed around with the mid-side OTT concept?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've never gotten like anything
I don't think I have. Is it just putting two
Yeah.
different OTDs on your mid and side?
exactly.
Yeah.
One
Affecting
OTT
them
in the
slightly
mid.
differently.
Yeah.
You're getting the same thing to an extent from it
Mhm.
as what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Just a really fucking aggressive version.
Yeah, the blown out version of it.
Because if you put an OTT on your sides, like think about what that's
Jesus
doing.
Christ.
I
How much
know.
shit is on the sides in general? Not a lot. Usually. Usually it's not like
No.
a ton of shit going on in the sides. And you put OTT on that and it's just like just bringing it all.
Yeah.
Right to your face.
Yeah, just super upfront.
You like dynamics? Too bad.
Too bad.
Something's attacking you
Every
from behind.
difference.
That's funny.
Yeah, there's definitely like a very specific time you would use that.
No, but it's definitely something to like
It's cool.
have to check out, see if it works on something.
Yeah,
That's
right.
like the point of all this. You learn all these techniques and you figure out how to use all these tools,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of experiment over years on how to use them and how you like to use them and what they do. You figure it all out. And then finally you can start writing tracks and like using things accordingly.
Right.
Be like, oh, I want to do this. Oh yeah, there's like 15 things I could do. 4 of them are going to work in this context. 2 of them are really going to work. Let me try both. You know, kind
Yep.
of thing. But
Yep.
it takes years. Takes
Right.
forever.
Yeah. It's great to just have like a bunch of tricks in the bag though that you can just pull
Yeah.
out and experiment
Yeah.
with. Yeah. The more the better.
Yeah, that's what you were. That's basically what we are doing right now. We're building a
Yeah.
bag of tricks
Yeah.
or our toolbox,
Ooh, a toolbox.
you could say.
Yeah.
The 400 fun bin we can just pull out of.
The 400 fun bin.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
I know. Get us some 400s in the chat, folks.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey.
All those 100 people. If you're watching this on YouTube,
400
our
people.
chat is blowing up right now. We don't have it on the screen.
Yeah, you guys have no
Besides
idea.
right there, because he's a premium
If we
subscriber.
were going to pay
But-
attention to it, it would just take up the whole
It's-
podcast.
Oh man, you guys got to get over here to twitch.tv/always400official
That's right.
and
Always400.com.
join the party. That's my plug for today, for ourselves.
That was a good one.
Also, back to mid-side.
Mid-side.
Damn it. There's one other thing I wanted to bring up
EQ.
with that. Oh, yes. So, another thing is the same concept with mid-side or left-right also ties into this, but doing it with your EQ shaping. So, with Pro Q3, let's head over to Ableton real quick, folks.
Will you hand me the bottle opener? Oh, no, I can't. Not that G.
Head over here into Ableton. We'll kill my
Oh, what's up, Ableton?
my template. Yeah, we know,
Guys,
folks.
calm down.
guys.
What?
Guys,
Most people use it. We
Yes.
use it because they
they want
are
to use
used
it.
to it.
Yeah, guys, come on.
We use Bitwig. Yeah.
So that's
I
a
know,
bold
I know,
statement,
I know.
audience.
Yeah. They know what's up. Yeah. Looking for a thing.
Yeah.
He's looking for a thing.
I thought maybe I could.
Do you
just
remember how to
censor it
search?
real quick. No.
Loop. I don't know what you're trying to do, but I guess I kind of know what you're trying to do.
Here we go. I just wanted like something that was patty that we could put on here and loop.
You can hear the mid-sideness.
Right.
Right.
Sounds so much better. Okay. So we'll get, and this can be done. Oh my goodness, Ableton, you're so dumb. So
Getting butthurt over here, Caleb.
some fun things to do mid-side wise is get one in mid, get one inside, and then we'll like boost the mids on the sides, kill the mids in the middle, and then boost the highs in the mid, kill the highs in the sides.
Oh.
We can even make these a little more drastic.
It actually has so much more shape now.
Yeah, it actually
really
sounds way
does.
cooler.
Yeah.
Will you A-B it?
Yeah. So this is on. Once it ends, we'll go dry. Boring.
Jesus Christ. That's
Holy
a
boring.
huge difference.
Now this is with it on.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is
It's
amazing.
incredible.
It really makes it deep.
So that's
cool.
that's
Guys.
like a fun little option. I've been doing that specifically, taking the mids out of the middle, especially on things like this that are more flavor and they're sitting in the back.
Right.
They're not like the main thing. They're just a contributing texture. I'll take the middle or the mid out of the mids. The mids out of the mid, so that everything else has room, because there's a lot of mids already happening in the mono channel with the drums and the bass, and probably your lead mid area is right there also. So having your pads just have the mids on the sides in a stereo mix gives them lots of room and like a bigger floor for the track, I think, to sit on. But then if it's played on a mono system, it gets a little bit thinner, but it doesn't really matter because it gets them out of the way of everything else that's sitting in the mono chain.
Right,
And it's
so-
a supporting actor anyway, so if it totally goes away, it doesn't really matter. It's just kind of there as a supporting
And you
thing.
can just dial that in. Just dial
Right.
it in specifically
Right.
to, I need this much. When it goes to mono, I want to keep this much in the mids. And when it goes out of mono, I want it to be louder
Right.
because
right.
it can be. And I can fill up the space that way.
So we'll drop another one in here, and we're going to do a similar thing, but this one left-right. Shout out to Dan Worrell again for this little snippet here. So have a boost and a cut.
Do you know how to double it like he did?
I think you can.
It might be the button right under where it says stereo for the thing. Is it that? Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know about that.
Oh, okay. So it
So you would just want to reverse the gain essentially on each of them.
Oh, wait.
But this does the trick anyway.
This is technically right where I want it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically this. So in the left channel, you have a boost and then a cut. And then in the right channel, it's cutting where the left boost is and it's boosting where the left cut is. So it's like opposites. So then you play it and you sit here and you move these bad boys around and see where it kind of sounds fun and sits in your mix. This being said, folks, if you're this is best to kind of move this around when you're listening to the whole track.
Oh yeah.
And you're trying to figure out where this pad is going to kind of snug in with everything.
Mhm.
It's glorious. So here's dry. Then once it repeats, we'll start screwing around and figure out where this goes.
It's pretty cool. The little ringy guy.
Mm-hmm. Right there's not bad. A little bit of ring in the left.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so sick.
Yeah.
Now it's just getting weird.
Yeah, now it sounds like
Oh, that
like,
sounds
where is my
nice.
space? Now it's like a strange phaser.
Oh,
It's actually legit.
that
actually
sounded cool.
legit, folks. That's
Yeah,
cool.
just
cool.
multiply it by 10. Just do 10 of them. And then
Yeah.
Yeah, get the hardest like
So
yeah, just so phasey.
yeah, all over the place. So these are the kind of things I've been kind of tinkering with,
Mm-hmm.
that have been super fun, and especially when I'm listening to a loop forever, and I'm like, this sounds cool, it's vibey. I don't know, like, I have no idea how to spice it up. I just start throwing this shit on stuff, and I usually do it before saturator. So that
Oh,
when
yeah.
I do boost it, it's
I do
gonna
everything before saturator.
So that way it slams into the saturator, and if it slams into it in a unique way, then I get character for free.
Yeah.
Just out of what the EQ is doing into the saturator.
Hell yeah.
So that's all fun and good.
All right. Yeah, adding saturators to the end of the processing chain and like messing with stuff before it has been like changing my life. Because not only does it like affect the tone going into the saturator, but it like keeps everything nice and snug. Usually, so you can
exactly.
Just,
So
yeah.
nothing's kind of freaking out
Yeah.
without you knowing why.
Oh,
And
so nice.
If you have a compressor, that's a limiter and a compressor.
Compressor.
It is combined.
It
So
is
you
a
have
compressor.
You have compressor and then limiter. You take compressor, okay? No. So if you have saturator before compressor and limiter and compressor don't work hard.
No.
As hard. They have easier time compressing and limiting sound because saturator spread everything out. Yes?
Indeed.
Very good.
Yes, it does.
It's true. Folks, it's true. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's real.
I don't think I'm
It's real.
lying, but I ain't.
Hey. The limiter before compressor on buses is magical.
It is very clutch.
That is the move.
It is.
You go, don't put the limiter at the end.
Mm-mm. I know you
The
want to.
compressor goes at the end.
Yes.
Because what you want is those little peaks that the compressor makes to be kept nice and clean to go into your end of the mix limiter.
Right.
That's where it gets smashed.
And yeah, for sure. If you have a compressor before the limiter, the compressor is doing his normal thing, slowly turning up and down the gain as it receives signal inputs. And then the limiter still has to catch all the peaks after that. It has to sit there and real dial in and be like, oh, you missed this one, you missed this one, you missed this one, you missed this one,
Right.
depending on like the threshold you put it at. But if you put the limiter before the compressor, the limiter cuts off all those peaks, and then the compressor is like, hey, look at this. All the peaks are cut off. It's super easy for me to keep it at the level now.
Right.
So your
then you
compressor-
can just tap the compressor
Yeah, just-
at your exact 1 or 3 or whatever dB gain reduction, and then you just get a nice little
Ooh.
and then down.
Just a
Just enough.
squeeze.
Just enough. It's all
Like,
you need.
You're looking at 1 to 2 decibels,
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot of compression.
What's been
Mix bus wise.
super sick recently is I've been doing multi-band clipping, and it's epic as balls.
Why don't you
So-
tell the audience?
So
about
I've been
that?
doing it in Bitwig,
Of course.
of course. Yeah, no, I know.
Yes, we know. We love.
So there's a container or a rack, as the old
Abletonites?
people, say. So
Hashtag fuck Ableton, apparently.
forever.
Forever.
Bitwig for life. So anyway, build your own rack. You can do it in Ableton. There's 50,000 YouTube videos on how to build a multi-band split rack in Ableton, and you just put a clipper on all of them. And the higher the frequencies, the easier they are to clip without just destroying the fuck out of the sound that you're working with. And what you can do is just sit there, clip your super highs, like 6,000 and up maybe, and you can aggressively clip those motherfuckers. And then you turn them up, and they're loud as shit, and they're not bothering anything because they're clipped on their own, and you can turn them way up. It's fucking amazing on drums. Like group processing your drums. Even.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
And then you can do
Pretty great.
from like that 6,000 down to whatever, I don't know, 800 or something like that, and clip all that shit separately, and then clip the rest on the low end separately. I probably am doing like far less clipping on the lower frequencies,
Yeah,
like just
no.
kind of baby touching
Because
the
you can't.
clipper
Yeah, you can't really.
down there.
You can't really
It's
clip.
going to
that much.
add a lot of harmonics.
Yeah, it just starts going high end,
which is fine.
quickly.
Yeah, but it's not always what you want. Sometimes
No.
you just want to make the sound louder.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually kind
Right.
of what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Try to make that thing louder. So, yeah, and so like on the multi-band tool that I'm using, it has a volume knob for all three. So what I can do is sit there and turn the volume down a little bit on the highs, turn the volume a little bit less down on the mids, and then just push the clipper into each one on its own. So it just brings everything up to the volume that's set on the preset itself, or on the container, on the rack, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Each individual one, which just makes it's amazing how loud things get.
Oh, I'm sure.
Pretty
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
yeah. It's yeah. Once you start understanding like what's actually happening under the hood, not necessarily with each plugin, but just like what you're doing to the signal with these plugins, and understanding like, oh, I'm clipping it, so I'm going to get these high frequencies, so I need to manage that somehow,
Yeah.
and like figuring out all these things becomes a lot easier to then creatively use all those.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say easier in quotes, because when you're a new producer and you don't know what's happening, you can make something super cool because you have no idea what's happening. It's not going to sound very
It's
good.
a very slow process
but
we're
it's pretty
talking
cool.
about.
Yeah, it's slow as hell. This
Very-
is
10 years,
this is like
15 years.
it's like getting your doctorate, folks. Like
Yeah.
no
exactly.
joke. You
Yeah.
spend like 4 years scrambling around.
Except nobody's going to care.
no,
Yeah.
no one cares. And all
There's
the
no
education,
piece of paper.
all the education is free and
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah. No guaranteed job at the end of your 10 years.
Yeah.
No.
It's just like, well,
And
you know your shit.
Unlike
but
college, which gives you a definite job. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And it's technically, it's technically free in terms of the education for it. Like
Yeah.
you can sign up
Yeah.
for all these producer classes
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Yeah, you
Or-
can go to always400.com and click all the links. Subscribe.
That's
Look
the-
for that content.
That's what's really going to help you guys.
Yeah. I mean, if you listen to this show on a weekly basis, you're going to be guaranteed marshmallow in like 2 or 3 years.
oh, yeah.
Guaranteed
Easy.
fucking
Guaranteed marshmallow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Listen, This is
right.
your one-stop shop for all things music production in electronic or country.
A lot of the things, anyways. I mean, some of them.
But yeah,
Yeah, the concepts translate to
We got
country.
it.
I don't see why not.
yeah.
Rock.
I'm sure they
jazz.
also use 2-to-1.
Yeah.
Of course they do. They're smart.
Off this tangent, though, one thing I've been doing when I'm
Okay.
clipping my bottom end, because we all like to talk about clipping our bottom end, you know,
Zing.
Love it.
is I'll clip it to like taste.
Sorry.
Clip it to
a
taste
professional show.
ish. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Usually, obviously not that much. But if I want it a little more, I'll just like clip low pass, clip low pass, clip low pass, clip low pass, or backtrack and try it again and like
Oh, okay.
do a bunch of different takes. To see, and with different clipping algorithms or soft clipping, just like see what I can do to get the like 120 and below to be like nice and loud and firm with the clipper, whilst low passing to keep the high end under control.
Whilst.
And to see if I can. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does. It's all on a song to song basis with what else is happening
That
at
sounds
around
fun,
200
though.
and shit like that. Yeah, you can kind of go forever.
Yeah, it makes me think you just throw a clipper on the on your low group within the multi-band container, and then you throw that same multi-band container on the low part of the group, and then turn the mid and the high down,
Right.
and then just like duplicate your clipping over and over again, and see if they're just
It's
like
a fractal of clipping.
that'd be weird. That'd be kind of fun.
I might break it,
Right. Yeah.
except for it's Bitwig and it ain't gonna
Yeah,
break.
It's probably not gonna break.
If
Ooh,
anything,
Bitwig.
if anything breaks, you just reload it
Mm-hmm.
because it's Bitwig. We love Bitwig on this show, folks.
Yes. Yes, they do.
You will. You will. Give it time.
Yeah, I'll give it like 4 years, and then I'll maybe stumble
Yeah.
on into it.
Yeah,
I mean, if
We
we
have
get
no desire to at this
a
point.
couple
though.
more subs, then they could buy it for you.
Oh, you hear that, chat?
So if you come in here and sub, our very own Aznadel can make the switch.
Let's go. Come on.
And you can too today at always400.com.
I don't know if he deserves to make the switch. He's over here talking shit.
Because he doesn't know.
Fuck him.
He's ignorant. Don't
I'm not
blame his
worthy.
ignorance.
Okay, all right. He
He
is
just
young.
doesn't know.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah.
If he switched tonight, he'd come to us tomorrow and apologize. You know he would.
Would I?
Yeah, the moment you
Would
get your
I?
hands
Oh
on that
my God.
mid-side container.
Not tonight. Not tonight, tomorrow, but tonight, 2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Right.
It would not take you long.
And honestly, I believe you guys. I just don't want to learn a new program yet because I feel so comfortable. It's like yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Been
Yeah.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
And also,
Been there, done that. Fucking Bitwig all the way, baby.
get the fuck out of here.
Woo, let's go. Fucking Bitwig.
I wish I had a Bitwig thing. I should make a new one of these,
We
but
need
have
a
it orange.
sponsorship so bad.
Right.
Hey, Bitwig.
Bitwig by Aznadel. I mean, give always 400 a copy. Basically, we'll
Yeah,
Right.
share
give
it.
us all a
We'll
copy.
share it, and then we can file share, which would be
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bitwig, shout out to you guys.
It's just the whole back half of the show. is
I
us
know.
talking shit on Ableton.
You like Ableton? You guys came to the right place. We're going to convince you to buy Bitwig.
Yeah, yeah. But we're gonna show you everything you need to know in the program that you know
Right.
because we're that good.
Because we are that
Yeah,
good.
yeah. We're Ableton experts here.
Yeah. It's
As
true. I can back that.
Bitwig though.
As Bill would say, we're Abletoneers. But
Yeah,
what does that really mean?
Bitwig ears doesn't do so well. Although like
Bitwinites.
earwig bit is almost there
Yeah.
somehow.
I'm going to say Bitwigonite. Wow, that's a
Bitwigites,
Bitwigites.
Bitwig nights.
Bitwiggas.
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 Oh, God.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Bitwiggas.
Damn, bruh. I like that.
It's like
Not
a
bad.
like a UK the Bitwiggers.
Yeah, Bitwiggers. And we're doing a collab with the Lit Lords. Shout out Lit Lords. I had a topic though
Okay.
that we could ramble on.
Let's go.
Sick. Oh god, that was so sharp. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just all
Chick.
sick, dude.
Chick, dude. Reverb effect chains. Basic and advanced. So we could go over like what's just a nice like what should you do on your parallel reverb chain, like post EQ and compression, for example. And what would you do on an advanced reverb chain? Like would you add frequency shifter with an LFO on it so it can do fun things, and then this or that, and I saturate it too, and
Yeah.
also maybe convolution to give it color or cabinet. Yeah.
So for clarity on the basic level, parallel reverb and effects going along with that reverb that are separately specifically on the reverb
Yes.
before or after the reverb is what we're talking about.
Yes.
So you can just blend
Here.
that in at whatever volume, and
We'll go in and make a quick thing so you can
fuck
see
the
what
dry wet knob. That thing goes
Yeah.
100%.
So, folks, here we are in Ableton. We're on a MIDI channel. Doesn't really matter. Let's add reverb. Let's add hybrid reverb since Ableton's good for something. If it would ever load, typical Ableton.
God damn it.
Yeah, I know. Hey, there it is. See, it did it. It did it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna group that. Control G, and then we're gonna go into the chains.
You're like, which button is the chain?
We're gonna add a chain. Yeah, I know. And then we're gonna rename the top one wet. And you can't do that in Ableton.
It's
It's
so
dumb.
wet.
This
That's-
one,
So
that
wet.
top chain is super wet.
the bottom one is dry. Let's
That's
make the
right.
dry yellow, the top red, so people can see it
Yeah.
on the video. So
Red like water.
this is what we mean by a parallel reverb effect chain. So you have your dry signal coming through, you have your wet. You can do one of these things, add a util in front of it. Oops. Map the
Classic
gain here.
Rack send trick.
And then throw one on here as well.
Oh.
I guess I could have just mapped into macro too. There you go. So now we have wet gain and dry gain. It's kind of amazing how
Their
well I'm
input gain.
doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go over your like what you would put.
So you would want
After
that
this.
reverb 100% wet. And so on a basic level, this already is the basic level.
Sure.
This will work great. Just turn the volume down instead of using a dry wet. It's a little different than, that one or the output volume. Either way.
Or yeah.
Um,
I don't know where the output is on
and-
this.
You were on it in the wet channel.
Oh,
that
you
wet
just
channel
talking
volume.
about this.
Yeah, that's your output.
Yeah.
And the inputs on the incoming. So that's like basic. Things to do around that are super basic would be something like EQ or compressor.
And or, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely.
Something like this so that you can really, because I mean hybrid has, sure, you have this here, but having a dedicated one that you can just get to really quick,
Mm-hmm.
and
You know exactly where the effect is happening.
right, it's
With
happening
this
after
EQ.
this.
Yeah, you know that. Whereas, I'm sure there's a way to know on that reverb, but I don't want to figure it out.
Well,
I
that-
never want to figure it out. I just want to add an EQ before or after.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and
Then I don't
there's
have to think about it.
you're gonna have a different effects having it before and after, just based on the signal chain.
Yeah,
which I prefer
absolutely.
having it after, so I just get a final product because I want the whole thing hitting the reverb, and then I want to shape what comes out of the reverb with
that's
this
fair.
with this EQ. Because then I don't
Yeah.
have to I can shape before the EQ, or before the reverb, but it's not. It's gonna do a little bit, but like that's really specific. If I just want reverb on something, I'm gonna basically just want to tailor.
Pull the lows out a little bit,
Yeah.
pull the highs out a little bit.
Yeah. Especially if you want it far away, you want to pull those
Yeah,
highs
if you
out.
want it to be making something far away, yeah, you want to pull those highs out. You want to pull a little bit of the super subs out, and yeah, call it a day. You could put a compressor at the end if you want to just push down on that, but bring the gain reduction a bunch down, and you can push the volume if you do that more and
Yep.
make that like kind of floor that you're building with that reverb a little bit thicker
Kinda,
and
yeah,
like
stand up a little more.
yeah, it's less dynamic as
Right.
fuck. It's super, yeah, you can get real aggressive with that. And it's a really good move. Also works really great before your reverb if you want to maybe get rid of some transient information before the reverb. Then using a compressor with a super short and a little look ahead will do that. I guess we could talk about look ahead. Anyway,
We'll save it for
yeah,
next week. That's a whole topic.
yeah, we're almost done.
I feel like I'll need PowerPoints for that shit.
Right, shit's awesome. Yeah. Anyway, basic. We can keep going. What?
What's your advanced?
Fucking everything. Like I don't know. Like so many things. Haas effect before
Sure.
the reverb is fucking awesome. Or any kind of widening plug-in before the reverb. I like throwing it before
so the reverb
reverb.
just gets this really wide.
It's already
signal.
wide, and then it widens the wide signal. Yeah, I like
Sick.
doing that a lot.
Yeah, that's cool.
Any kind of widening
Yeah.
thing. So like a chorus before the reverb, or a flanger, or like any kind of like phaser or something that you can have it go wide before the reverb is really nice because it just changes the reverb signal up so drastically from what the original signal is. It makes the reverb kind of stand out more.
No, for sure.
Another fun thing you can do is add a third parallel chain and have maybe a longer, darker reverb that has a really long pre-delay. So it kind of
Oh,
it's
kind of is
almost
the echo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like a
yeah.
gigantic tunnel, and you're finally hearing it like come back at you, kind of thing. You know?
Yeah, I know.
I love doing that.
I've been starting to fuck with pre-delay a little bit more to
it's so
get to get like some interesting
Oh, yeah.
things. It's
Yeah.
pretty fun on drums in like a small room.
Yeah.
You add a little bit of it, and you get a little bit of the slap back.
Yeah, like a
Just a skosh, and then it kind of shimmers out. But then you shape it like with an LFO tool or a cable guy's volume shaper, anything like that, so you don't get too much tails. You just get the body of it and the slap back. Pretty fun.
Yeah, that actually reminds me. There was this thing that Tipper kept doing at the show, where he would do like his build up or whatever, and you think it's gonna come in, and he would just have a really big drum hit, and I'm sure he had like a little bit of like delay and reverb on the drum, but like it would create that like really loud impact and then just complete silence, and you could hear it like just like shoot through Red Rocks and like bounce around, and it created
he
the
probably did
fucking
that on
craziest.
purpose.
Yeah, I bet you,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm sure there was like a bit
dry
of-
signal to shoot out of speakers in the mountains.
Dude,
Right.
yeah. And it sounded so fucking cool. And he
Oh, I
only
bet
did
it
it like
did.
3 times, but when he did it, everyone was like, what just happened?
Oh, I
Like,
bet that was so cool.
weird. Yeah.
So big.
Right. Yeah, so you could kind of like influence a little bit by maybe a little bit of pre-delay or whatever to maybe have it delay a couple more
Yeah.
times or whatever, but
As far as I know, the pre-delay is to like replicate if you clap in the middle of a gym. The pre-delay is how long it takes to get to the walls and back to you. Mm-hmm. So that's like, it's like the big delay you hear in a reverb, because a reverb is just a bunch of little tiny delays all over the place, but that big one, the initial one, is the pre-delay. Mm-hmm. Which I hate the word. I hate
I
that
do
word
too.
for it. It
Yeah.
just took me so long to figure out what it meant.
I know, same.
So annoying.
So dumb.
So awesome. Those are some fun
Yeah.
advanced reverb chain effect.
Yeah, throw a
ideas.
delay
I
on
like
there.
all those. I like all those.
What else? Throw a filter on there doing some like kind of weird
Basically, like,
modulation.
Anything goes. Don't be shy.
Have a
Yeah.
fucking great ass time.
have
with
a
that
blast
shit.
with your reverb
Yeah.
chain.
Oh yeah.
Do
if
weird
you
things.
if you have multiple chains, you can like maybe pan the closer one and pan the other
Yep.
far one
Yep.
back, so
Yeah.
it does like a weird shaped room. I don't know
Some
what.
weird
I
imaging.
like this version of panning. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, your right
Not
arm's on
like
one
this?
side.
Oh, okay.
It's panned. It's just like 5% and 5%. It's just hey.
Check out our panning, guys. Look at our
We're
sick
panning.
panning.
Sick.
Panning for you.
Yeah. Pan for you.
Always.
I'm panning for you. Okay, well,
Sick.
my next one is for you, Dave,
Mm.
because I like the way you process these every time.
I have talked a lot. Let's go.
I want you to
Keep the ball
continue
rolling.
talk. Hey, Dave, do you mind continuing?
Sure.
Okay.
Woo, yeah, see
I
the
know.
crowd wants you, Dave.
I'll keep it going.
Yeah.
So, Dave, or anyone, also people in chat, if you're there, vocal processing.
Mm.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know it's deep as fuck.
I watched a video that I have not tested this theory out on. But the other day I watched this video where the guy boosted the highs with a shelf and then he put a de-esser on it after that. So he's accentuating the essiness and then de-essing it and then compressing it, I think, after that. Maybe he shelves down again. But he didn't. He's using a bunch of random extra plugins, you know? Like
Yeah, all flashy.
ones that look like they're like hardware or some shit. Like he knows what he's doing or something.
This is on the Waves bundle.
But yeah, exactly. Like some kind of shit like that. Like, we're going to use like a really good compressor from blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
okay, but I just need to know the chain though. Like,
Yeah. It's an SSL. Woo.
Yeah. So, interesting idea. Pushing the highs into a de-esser. Generally speaking, vocal compression for me, in my head, I look at it like this. I will manually volume match whatever vocal that's happening. So whatever software I'm using, I'm chopping each individual like kind of word or a phrase if it's all sang together or something, like every little like kind of unit of vocal audio I'm slicing into its own thing, and then I'm changing the volume so the waveform just kind of looks like a straight, flat, consistent
Right,
range.
there's no peaks.
Yeah,
gain-wise.
trying to get rid of the dynamics in it
Right.
as much as possible, because vocals are like the most dynamic thing ever. They're the hardest
What?
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super dynamic,
Thanks. I'll have to
especially
clip that later.
depending on how good. Depending on how good the fucking singer is.
Yeah.
That's
You
true.
know. A really good singer will give you super.
It's called a good diaphragm.
Although
It's a muscle under your
a really
lungs.
dope singer might not. So
Yeah.
anyway,
True.
that's when you go in
true.
and you volume adjust things yourself. So I would do that to some extent.
Okay.
Try and get it a little bit closer to flat, and then probably like EQ out some low end, saturate a little bit, compress just slightly. So just like a little baby bit of those things. And then sure, like maybe try this de-esser thing.
But it's at that point that you start throwing weird things in after you've done like those
probably
first
about
initial
that.
4 things.
Yeah, like a couple things.
after it's contained a little bit.
yeah.
You would
That's
you
the
like
main deal.
would you contain it and then like bounce them and then start fucking more shit on top, or would you just right after that chain you start adding shit?
I would just add shit.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, it depends, but
Sure,
probably just leave it because it's not a lot of processing these days. I'm not processing it like over the top when it's a vocal because you want to keep it
Pretty intelligible.
Yeah, and the less smashing you can do, the better, just for natural vibes.
Yeah, it's not 2014 anymore.
Right. Yeah, we don't like sometimes you want to just distort the shit out of it
Sure.
and then
Hyper
go
pop.
for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever that is, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, but after that, yeah, stack a bunch of reverbs and delays on there at different volumes and have a fucking time of it.
Cool.
I don't know. I
Cool.
keep them pretty dry for the most part, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like my vocals pretty dry.
Yeah, like I'll definitely do a good amount of things, but they're all pretty low. It's all pretty low. If anything, I'll do like a timbre thing where I'll throw like a parallel version in like frequency shifter or something that's gonna cause the timbre to get all weird or whatever,
Yeah.
and then I can kind of mix that in and kind of see if it gives it any life of any kind. Be like, oh, cool, that mids really helps it. Maybe I'll take out mids out of the dry so it
Right.
fits in, and it kind of gives it a
For
cool,
like a weird house like
right,
vocal
right.
thing.
Give me the pizza, or whatever.
Yeah.
For sure.
Exactly.
Because everybody wants pizza in the club,
Zaw.
folks.
Zaw.
Yeah.
W's in the chat for the pizza.
Give me the pizza.
Let's go.
400's in the chat. You can't see this on YouTube, guys, but the chat is, I'm telling you, it's blowing up.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Don't forget,
People are spamming pizza emotes.
That's the wrong.
you
button.
can head on over to twitch.tv/always400official. We are live doing the podcast every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Yes, sir.
And every other Saturday, which we'll give you a schedule at some point, we're doing like little feedback streams.
Probably this Saturday.
So if you got some whips, that's true.
Yeah, this Saturday.
So
It's going
if
down.
you're watching this on YouTube the day it premieres, tomorrow we will be doing a feedback stream. So
Yeah.
swing on by.
Hilarious if that's actually happening.
I know, right?
Gary's there. What's up, Gary?
Yeah.
Love
What's
you,
up,
baby.
Gary?
Hey, boo
If
boo.
you watch this far,
If you watch this far, dude, I love you so
we
much.
love you
I
so
mean, I
much.
love you
If
anyways,
didn't,
obviously. If you didn't, you're dead.
dead to us.
Fucking dead. Well, folks,
We'll definitely know. We'll
Yeah,
definitely
we'll
find
know.
out, right?
yeah. This
He'll let us know.
this does bring us to the end of the program. I know. But Bitwig,
Always 400.
Fucking right.
always 400. We keep it Bitwig, folks. Shout out to everyone out there tuned in today.
Shout out to the Bitwiggers.
The Bitwiggers.
Shout out to the Bitwiggers and the Abletonites. We love you guys. Always400.com. Any other things?
Always 400 official on everything. Yeah.
That's true.
Always 400.com.
Go follow us,
Blah,
hit
blah, blah.
subscribe. Do the little bell icon, smash that, or whatever the YouTubers say these days. Like,
Light it on fire.
yeah,
Fucking
just so that you
Yeah.
know.
it.
Face fuck the bell signal.
Yeah.
Also-
The
Yeah.
bell sign.
Skull fuck it, dude.
Hit the
Just go for it.
Discord. Hit the Discord icon on Twitch and come hop in. We're hanging out in there, chatting around. Might play some games.
Yeah.
Might, if you want to talk about compressor ratios, I'm always here.
Always.
Just saying.
Always.
Always here.
Yeah.
I know.
Always 400.
I know, right? So, thank you guys. We love you. 100.
That was so weird.
Bye, guys.